So how do we begin to countermand these dynamics of comfort and fear? I believe that the way that we do this is by identifying our productive passion. Productive passion. Now, the word passion is used, I think, out of context a lot. We talk about it as something we like, something we're interested in, something that gives us a thrill, like I'm passionate about ice cream, right? I find it helpful, which I am, by the way, very passionate about ice cream, but I find it very helpful to reclaim the original meaning of the word passion. The word passion in its root form comes from the word pati, which means to suffer. When we say we're passionate about something, it means I am willing to suffer if necessary to see it happen, because I care more about the outcome than I do about my temporary comfort. I care more about the outcome than I do about whatever fear is whispering in my ear right now. I care more about that than I do about this. Productive passion must be your compass if you want to avoid the lure of comfort and fear. Another way to say this is we need to identify the place where we say, here I stand. Here I stand. I'll change my mind. I'll do what's necessary to succeed, that's fine, but over my dead body will I change these principles. So I want to give you a couple of questions you can ask in sort of a practical sense to be able to identify your productive passion. I call these the notables. They're questions we can ask to begin to look for patterns in our life to identify that productive passion for us. And by the way, I've walked teams through this as well. It can be very, very valuable in making decisions. The first one is, what angers you? Now, I'm not talking about road rage, right? Like, somebody cut me off on 65, you know? I'm talking about compassionate anger. Compassion means to suffer with. What makes you feel compassionate anger? Somebody needs to do something about that. Yeah, that somebody is you. What fills you with compassionate anger? And what are the patterns there that point to your best work, to the body of work you can be proud of? The second question you can ask is, what makes you cry? Or guys, what makes you feel like you got something in your eye, right? Because guys don't really admit that they cry. So I am a huge fan of this movie, Rudy. Do you guys know the movie Rudy? Rudy, right? Okay. For those of you who haven't seen it, I'm about to totally spoil it for you. But Rudy is about this little tiny guy that wants to play football for Notre Dame. True story. Can't make the team. After all of this effort, he finally makes the team. It's the climactic moment. He gets in the final game of the year. He gets in, he makes this amazing play. Everybody's cheering for him. I'm watching this movie. My wife comes downstairs. I've got lots of stuff in my eye, right? She's like, why are you crying? You've seen this movie 100 times. Why are you crying? I'm like, I know, but he's so tiny and he plays so well. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. Oh, right? I am profoundly moved by the stories of underdogs. I am. Some of my best work is done with David's taking on Goliaths, and I know that about myself. And so I seek out opportunities to operate within that productive passion because it prevents me from falling into the lull of comfort of just working with people who can pay my bills. No, I refuse to allow comfort and fear to rob me of my productive passion. What is that for you? And what is that for your team? The third question you can ask is, what gives you hope? What is the thing that you believe and hold on to even in the face of resistance? Even when everybody around you says, it's crazy. You're nuts, you're crazy. You know, fire and brimstone falling from the sky, cats and dogs living together, and you're like, I think it's gonna be okay. It's gonna be fine, right? What is that for you? What is the thing you believe that few people around you believe? Great clue to your productive passion. Once you begin to identify these dynamics, you can begin to define your battle lines. You cannot fight every battle, friends. You can't. You will lose. But you have to fight for something creatively. And the answer is going to be different for every person in this room. It is. Where are your battle lines? What is your productive passion? What are you willing to suffer on behalf of? Because the outcome matters more to you than your temporary comfort.